Welcome back to another episode. You may be wondering why I'm in my disgusting garage. The forklift is still there. It still needs the brakes bled. But other than that, it's okay. But let me show you why we're here. For these boxes that are sitting here. Now you only see 5, but there's actually 6 of them. These are tabletops that I bought from IKEA. And I bought them for $10 a piece, or something like that. Probably a year and a half ago. They've been sitting here ever since. At least right now we have use for a couple of them, and we're going to get going on that project. So the project, it's a table. Pretty easy to realize that when I said that we had tabletops in the garage. But anyway, we're building a table for my son, who is starting to get more into 3D printing. And right now where his 3D printer is, which is here on the floor, in his play area type thing. It's a Anycubic Cobra 2, and it's a pile of garbage, hot garbage. But he's been trying to use it and gets frustrated with it, so he walks away from it. So we'll deal with that a little bit later. But for now, he's had this little table here that he's decided to set up and display his prints. The goose, yes, he has one of those goose, and he printed that on his Anycubic Cobra 2, and this little cyborg head thing. Other than that, these little guys, he printed the white one on the Anycubic as well. The snail planter thing he just printed out last night on one of my bamboo machines. So this little shelf thing, it's just not going to work out. So I'm going to build him something a little bit better. Okay, as you can see, we have the good old Gatton CNC ready to go, with my high-tech piece of aluminum touch plate, a 2-foot by 4-foot piece of birch from Home Depot, and we have the file there on BCNC. That's what I've been using for the last 6 years on my Raspberry Pi controller. So yeah. Anyway, let's get this moving. Okay, so it's time to put everything together. So we're going to start with the legs first. We're going to make sure that they match up and seem to fit rather somewhat well, which they do. You're going to need one of the upper braces and a lower brace. Now this lower brace is still, as you can tell, this is the 3/4 inch tongue version as compared to this one with the 1/2 inch. So if I do a plan thing for this thing, it'll be corrected. But in the meantime, it's not going to fit 100% correctly in here because there's going to be a 1/4 inch gap here, 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 and here. But we're not going to really worry about that. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here on the edges and glue them in. For the upper one, since it fits properly, I'm just going to put a strip of glue here, and that will cinch that down. If I'm concerned at all about it, I could always throw a pin nail, brad nail, through the face here. But I'm not really concerned about that, so it's fine. I'm also going to go ahead, since this is how it fits together like this, I'm going to put glue on this edge here and this edge on this piece and the opposites on this other piece. So right here, here, and here. And just to get it done and together, I'm going to hit it with the brad nailer. I think those are like 1.25 inch or something nails that are in it. So going to get them together, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so here's all the pieces all cut out and temporarily just sat together. Nothing's glued, nothing's sanded, nothing's anything. Just to give a little background, so I had an issue there, you saw. And what that issue was is that I was cutting the braces out for 3/4 inch material like I do here. This is a new CNC I'm working on. So I just moved those over, didn't really think about it. I changed the slots here in the sides, but I didn't change the thickness of the tabs. If I do put out the files for this somewhere, that'll be fixed. This little table it's really sturdy. So, but you'll really like it once it's all put together. So anyway, so the braces, the lower ones and the upper ones, they're as you can see, like here, they're 1/4 inch loose. But for this little table for my son's 3D printer, it's going to be fine. So now, what I've done is, so we have the holes here. These are the holes that you're going to bolt the sides to. For this tabletop itself, I wanted it, a little bit proud of the legs. So what I did was I measured from in here down to the tabletop of where it was, and then I added 1/4 inch. And so that gave me 2 inches, which I cut these strips for. So there's a strip going across the front, one going across the back. The ones on the side are subtracting 1 inch because it is 1/2 inch material. And then I figured I'd add in 2 additional ones here in the middle, since the 1/2 inch kind of likes to warp and move a little bit. I figured it would be help keep it straight. It's more straightness holding than it is for support for the tabletop. No big deal. So anyway, but if you wanted to so these are 2 inches tall on my table. However, if you were going to put like a flat tabletop on top of it, I believe it's 3 1/4 from here to here. So you would just cut these all at 3 1/4 width, and they will work fine. Then you'll just drill the holes into them and bolt them in like normal, and then attach the top. Now for the fun part. Okay, so remember we cut these rails with no holes in them, so we need to put the holes in them. So all you got to do is you're just going to take the rail, lay it down against the top of the upper mount, put a 2x4 behind it, and drill right on through. So we're going to do that for this side, then we're going to do that for this side, and then we're going to, we could attach them then if we want to, or we could just keep going and go around to do the sides and the other end there. The way I'm going to do it is I think I'm going to go ahead and attach these after I drill them, and then do this side and attach that one, because you got to remember the sides are not flush up against the corner. They are set back that 1/2 inch at least because of the thickness of the front piece. Here's your hardware. So we have 2 inch long, I think these are 1 1/4 long carriage bolts, 2 washers, 2 lock rings, and 2 nuts. I probably would suggest not going with the 1 1/4. I probably would say do 1 1/2 inch. And here's why. So when you put them in here like this, you can get the lock washer on there, but what you have to do first is you have to put it with the regular washer and the nut first to cinch it down, because the carriage bolts have that little shoulder on them, so you got to get that to pull in first before there would be room to put the lock washer on there. I'm doing it this way for the moment because as soon as it's done getting put together, I'm going to tear it right back down and do the finishing on it. So put some paint on it and stuff. So not worried about the lock washers yet. All right, now with everything temporarily put together, looks like that. I didn't put the 2 middle pieces in here yet, just because if I'm going to paint them and all that, what I'm going to end up doing is just putting some glue and some pin nails through there. So I don't want to do that until it's ready to go. But other than that, it works out. The nice thing about putting it together this way, when you have the side pieces and all that in there, is that it self-squares itself. So it's pretty straight. And if not, if it's not 100% square, when you put the tabletop into it, it'll square it up by itself. So do we really need the cross braces? Probably not, because it is pretty straight. But we're going to put them in there just because I already took the time to cut them, so might as well use them. Well, table's done. I think it looks pretty good. Turned out pretty well. Ended up putting a second one of these tabletops on the bottom on those little braces at the bottom, so you don't even see that anymore, and it acts as another shelf. So turned out pretty good, I think. And then, of course, I had to give the boy one of my Bamboo Lab A1 printers, so this thing can go away. It's a piece of garbage.